Vitto, welcome back to Turkey. Did you miss being here?
Of course. I mean, Turkey is like my second home now, especially Izmir, but now I get to learn Istanbul, so I'm excited.
Let's start with a bit of basketball talk first. First, we'll definitely get to off-court stuff too. You had two great seasons with Karşıyaka, and you once said it was the best stretch of your basketball career. On paper, your move to Monaco looked like a perfect fit. How was that experience overall?
As you just said, I thought it was. Some things out of my control. I definitely could have done better with the opportunity that I was given. But, I'm still grateful that I was able to go out there to see a new side of basketball, to experience the EuroLeague. And honestly, it just made me hungrier than ever now.
Who was your closest friend over there?
My closest friend, wow. Honestly, I got pretty close with all of the guys. But I'd say me and Blossom Game, Duran, we spoke a lot, and Jordan Lloyd as well.
And Nick looked like a funny guy, right?
Yeah, Nick was good, of course. Both of us, we had some injuries. We sat out a lot, so we didn't get to play as much together as we wanted to, but it was still fun.
You made it all the way to the EuroLeague final. It was a remarkable run that exceeded expectations. What was it like being at the very top level of Europe?
Yeah, just being in that atmosphere was amazing. The top four teams left at the end of the season. And I think we actually played the most games in all of Europe. So to make it there and, knowing that that was our goal at the beginning of the season is always amazing. It reminded me of when I made the Final Four in college, actually.
Yeah. And now, while it looked like the right move on paper, as I said, it's also true that you didn't get much playing time in the EuroLeague, actually. Yeah. In your view, what didn't go as planned?
The playing time didn't go as planned. It is out of my knowledge. I don't understand, to be honest with you. But as I said, the coaches, they make their own decision, and the best we can do as pros is to, keep a positive attitude, to continue to work in the background. And so that's why I know I'll be ready for this season.
And looking back, do you have any regrets about your first EuroLeague experience?
I guess I would have went in just playing my game from the beginning. I kind of went into the team wanting to do what they needed. I knew they needed a stretch forward who could play defense, rebound, and shoot. And I tried to do just that. But I think I needed to maybe expand a little bit more to show more value. And I think my playing time might have been different.
Let's talk about your move to Beşiktaş. It's obviously a very passionate club with a coach and a fan base that clearly have EuroLeague ambitions. What made you choose this project?
Yeah, so once towards the end of the season, I got a call from Coach Dusan, and at that time I didn't know whether Monaco would bring me back or if I would be a free agent. But he just told me, if they let you go, we want you here. I know what you can do. Obviously, I played against Coach maybe 6 or 7 times because we played him in the playoffs when he was at Bursa. So I was confident in his knowledge as a coach. And then obviously I've seen the Beşiktaş fans. I came to the game where they played against Fener at Sinan Erdem, and I saw how rowdy they were, and I was like, okay, this is going to be fun.
Dusan is a coach who really makes use of his power forward and his system. Was that something that played a part in your decision to come here?
Yes. Every time, every summer where you're free agent, you have to look at more than just, what's the biggest contract or what's the best place. You have to look at your fit as well on the team. And so I knew that he had confidence in me just from what we talked about. And like I said, I always did good against his team. So, I was excited to become on his team now this time.
We can all guess what the team's goals will be this season, but what about your personal ones? What kind of challenges have you set for yourself?
I won't go into full detail on them, but of course, the top goal is to help us win the Euro Cup. That's it's one of the biggest reasons that he brought me here. And I know that we have the talent to do it. It's never that simple, of course. But I think that's why we're all here right now, working as hard as we can. And for me personally, like I said, just doing whatever it takes to get there, whether that's scoring, whether that's rebounding, defending. It's going to be all three, honestly.
How do you feel about this season's Beşiktaş roster? really looks strong on paper. Did knowing a team like this was being built influence your decision to sign?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's always on paper, you know, until you're really out there in the war. You know, anything can look great. You never know what's going to happen from now until the first game. So I really don't focus too much on that. I know a lot of these guys. I played against a lot of them, and so I know that we have the capability, we have the potential, and now it's just on us to continue to realize that potential.
Let me go back to the EuroLeague final for a second. Not the game itself, but a player on the opposite side.
Yep.
And talking about Nigel,
of course,
your close friend from your college days. You just came to Istanbul and he left.
Yeah.
Did you two talk about it at all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm extremely excited for him, man. You know, he earned everything that he got. We go back even before college. I've known him maybe 16 years now, because we grew up 30 minutes away from each other. So we used to be rivals, and then we were teammates, then rivals again. So seeing him do that is motivation for me as well. And yeah, you know, we definitely talked about it, and I think he'll be out here next weekend, so I get to see him.
Yeah. And any trash talk before or during the final?
Normally it would have been, but because I hadn't been playing, you know, I couldn't talk like I wanted to. But he knows because I didn't play. That's why he got that MVP. If I play, he doesn't get that.
My last question about Nigel. What about that now famous video of Nigel saying, "Oh my God, she's beautiful"?
Okay, gosh, she's beautiful. Did you hear that? All right, so we'll open it up to questions.
What was your first reaction as a team when you saw that clip?
First off, that video has been circulating for 10 years now. I mean, every March it comes back up, and when it happened, I'm like, that was on purpose. That was not an accident. Yeah. Everybody else is like, oh my gosh, that was so innocent. I said, no, I know Nigel. He's innocent, but not that innocent.
Vitto, back in Izmir, you were always bouncing between the gym and the studio. Have you found a similar rhythm in Istanbul yet?
I mean, it's too soon. Yeah, I've only been here 1 week. I'm not that fast. But I do have some potential leads. You know, I've talked to some musicians, some local artists. So hopefully I'll be getting in there soon. But right now it's about establishing myself on the court and helping our team.
Are you already working on your next Turkish song? Maybe?
I've got two in mind. I haven't started recording yet, but I'm going through the lyrics, practicing them. So I should be able to do it fast.
Is it a surprise or?
It's always a surprise. Always a surprise. I can't tell ahead of time. I'm sorry.
No worries. Speaking of which, how is your Turkish coming along? I mean, have you signed up for any classes or made a plan to learn more?
Honestly, I forgot a lot of it because that was a year ago. But as I've been here for this week, it's starting to come back to me, you know.
Understanding, right?
Yes, I'm starting to understand it more, you know. So, şimdi öğreniyorum, you know. I'm a, you know, çok zor, of course.
Of course. Vitto, my last question. You're trying to learn Turkish. You show interest in the culture and you clearly respect the place where you work and earn your living. That's something not everyone does, and to be fair, not everyone has to. But you seem to be doing it very sincerely, and I think that's something really valuable. Are you always like this, no matter where you go?
Yeah, I actually got that from Nigel as well. You know, because he went overseas before I did. I was in the G League for 3 years, and he would always try to learn the language wherever he went and kind of get into the culture. So I said, you know what, I can do the same thing. And honestly, it just makes you feel more connected with the country. Of course, it makes you feel more at home. And so, yeah, I mean, Turkey, it just seemed to connect better than the other ones, you know. But I speak some Spanish, I speak some French, speak some biraz Türkçe.
And you have also a Spanish song?
Evet.
Yeah.
Evet. Bésame mucho. Yes. Great song. But I actually have 5 Turkish songs, which is crazy to think about.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. So maybe it'll be 10 at the end of the year. Who knows?
Maybe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wish you good luck in the upcoming season.
Çok teşekkür ederim.